Hey guys, so today is hopefully an exciting day, more exciting than my last, I guess you can say 3 to 4 days. So I am in the hospital, hopefully going to give birth today. So today is Friday, and they plan to induce me starting on Tuesday, and of course it's a whole process. The first day, they did a procedure, and then I was allowed to wait at home, and then I had to come back the next day, and then they checked, and there wasn't really much that happened, so they repeated it, and then I was allowed to wait at home again, and then I had to come back the next morning, and so then that was Wednesday, Thursday, and then there was a little bit of activity, so then I was allowed to have a pill to help with the cervix. I only received 2 doses. They didn't want to give me too much and cause too much cramping or like really painful contractions. So yeah, they just decided to keep me in the hospital, and hopefully you know, the contractions would continue on their own and do what they're supposed to do. But I was dilated to at least 3 centimeters yesterday afternoon. So yeah, now it's Friday and this all started on Tuesday, and I think they pretty much reassured me that if nothing else happened, that they would be breaking the water this morning. So we can hope that yeah, it's not like another really long drawn out day and that he just pops out, because we're really ready to see him. So yeah, it's like, let me see, 6:40 in the morning. It wasn't that bad sleeping, but yeah, I woke up to pee a few times, and then I'm pretty sure there was a woman giving birth in the room next to me. She wasn't too loud, but I could definitely hear someone telling her to breathe repeatedly. So then, yeah, I was up a little bit longer in the middle of the night, but yeah, hopefully we have some action today. I'll have to keep you guys updated. So just a really quick update before they come back. I have the IV placed, I took a quick shower, and they will be coming to break my water any minute, and I'm really excited, so hopefully I have another update for you guys soon. So they finally came in and broke my water, and it was like so much more than with Giovanni. And I guess they said because with Giovanni, well, he was also late and he was much lower, so he was in a way like blocking the path for the the fluid to come out, so it was more like drips. But because this baby is a little bit higher, then when they broke the water, it was like a big flood. So yeah, that's all cleaned up now, and I'm waiting in hopes that the contractions will start on their own, and then if not, then they'll get the IV hooked up to get it going. So yeah, a little bit more waiting, but I hope, you know, like they say with the second child, it usually goes a bit faster. I hope that's true in my case, because we've been waiting like the whole week for him to come out, and he is stalling big time. So yeah, I hope this goes fast and somewhat pain-free, but we'll see about that. So it's now almost 11 a.m. and I mentioned that they broke my water. We were waiting for contractions to just naturally happen, but that didn't work, so I'm hooked up to an IV to get them started, and yeah, I still don't feel anything yet, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure much how longer I'll need to wait, although I'm not really looking forward to the pain, but yeah, more waiting, unfortunately. Yeah, I was around, I think 3 to 4 centimeters dilated, 4, I believe. And they came to examine me, and yeah, they determined that the placement of his hand and umbilical cord could have caused some issues during a normal delivery. So they decided that it would be best to perform a C-section. So everything like escalated really quickly. I was going from waiting around for more contractions to begin to like immediately to the operating room. But everything went fairly okay. There were a few minor complications, but we're both happy and healthy, and I'm just glad my little baby boy is here. Um, I'll be getting picked up from the hospital soon. It hasn't been the ideal situation, giving birth with corona because, there's a lot of different rules with visiting and stuff like that. So, Jeroen and Giovanni haven't been here as much as I would have liked. But, that's just how it is during this time. Can't really, do too much about that. But I'll be able to go home soon with my boys and let this new journey begin.
So I know it doesn't look like that I was very excited about the birth of my son in that last clip, but I promise I was. But I had been through a lot. So like I mentioned, I had to go in for a C-section, and that happened really fast. When they were wheeling me to the emergency room, when they were wheeling me to the operating room, they were trying to explain what was going to happen to me, which is a lot of information in just a short amount of time. So when I got in there, of course, everyone was in their protective clothing, and I was sitting on the bed, and I received the epidural, and I was waiting for that to kick in a little bit, and so they were asking me questions about what I could feel and couldn't feel, and then I laid down, and they did the same thing, and they also did like a test with like the ice cubes, asking what I could feel, what I couldn't feel, or how much of that I could feel, and I thought everything was going okay, and I was answering according to how I was feeling, but once they started to cut into me, it's like, I don't know how to describe this feeling. It wasn't like a sharp pain. It didn't feel like that, but it's just I was feeling some type of pain that I just didn't think I should be feeling. And I remember like going ow, 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 like over and over again. So I remember hearing the anesthesiologist say that he had something for me, like to help me. And, I guess, the epidural wasn't, fully, doing what it should. And, then the next thing I know, there was a mask going over my face, which I later found out was laughing gas. The mask went over my face, and then I just felt really out of it. I never had that before. So, it's almost like I was in a different world or something. It's like I was in just somewhere, just all white, just like absolutely no one else around. I could hear mumbling, but I couldn't understand like anything that was being said. It's just there were voices, but I had no idea what they were, who they were from, and that lasted for, I think, quite a while. And then I don't know if it was maybe during the last 15 minutes or so of the procedure, that's when I had started I guess you can say kind of waking up again or something. Then everything was really blurry. I could see people in like protective clothing, so I knew I was still, being operated on. But I couldn't tell who was who, of course. And I remember seeing someone holding a baby, but I had no idea who it was. And once I started to, come to my senses a bit more, then I heard someone say, like, turn to your left, there's your baby boy. And I tried to turn, as good as I could to have a look. And Jeroen was there holding Mateo. And I think I actually have a picture of that, and I could tell I was like almost in tears. And so at that point, during this interaction, I was still being stitched up, and I had no idea like how far they were. But again, I could, like feel like a little bit too much. Well, I mean, I never had a C-section before, but it was just, I was feeling stuff I didn't think I should be feeling. And I remember like doing this really like kind of long, drawn out, like, ow, ow, like over and over again. And it was just so weird, like that whole experience. And of course, because of that, I didn't get to actually see Mateo being delivered. Now, when I was being brought into the operating room, one of the staff members asked for my camera, and she actually made like 100 pictures. So I have a lot of pictures of everything that happened. So it doesn't fully feel like I missed out on it, because I have pictures of it, which is really, really nice. Like, I wish I could thank that person, but I have no idea who it was. But that was really, really nice, because I essentially missed out on the birth of my son due to the complications that happened. And then that whole little process, maybe it was maybe 20 minutes later or something. So I got back to my room. I was hooked up to a morphine pump, so I wasn't really feeling too much pain, but I was stuck in bed for the next 18 hours or so, because I was already in bed. Basically just sitting in bed before the procedure started. And then from that point on, I was still, like stuck in bed. I had to wait for the epidural to wear off. I was hooked up to the morphine pump, and just like really like a sore and tender around my belly. So, and also because of that, I had a catheter, and because of that and the morphine pump, they want you to try to use the bathroom within, I think it's within 24 hours after removing the catheter. So I remember telling one of the nurses, like, okay, I feel like I have to go now. Can you come make sure I don't fall down or something? So she assisted me to the bathroom. I was holding on to the morphine pump, walking really slowly, and everything seemed to be going okay. I sat down on the toilet, and I just remember I started feeling like a bit cold, and then like my vision, like everything like around the sides started getting like dark. It's like it was kind of like closing, the darkness was like closing in. And then I remember saying something, or maybe she already asked if I was okay, and I said like everything's getting dark. And then the next thing I know, I wake up still sitting on the toilet, and there's like I think maybe 4 to 5 nurses standing around me, and they have like this kind of like a shower chair. It's like a chair on wheels that has like a hole in the middle so you can still like pee. So it's like a toilet seat kind of thing on wheels. Yeah, like a shower chair or something. So they helped me get onto that, and they wheeled me back to the bed to lay down. So that kind of scared me. The fear of like fainting or passing out and like hitting my head on something, that like scares me so much. But luckily, the following time that I needed to go to the toilet, everything was okay. I wasn't like lightheaded or dizzy or anything. So things slowly started getting better, but I was just really, yeah, exhausted, from going through that, not having a lot of sleep. Also because I was, feeding on demand with Mateo. That's why I looked like that in that clip. But I was extremely happy for the birth of my son, and I'm just glad that we're both okay and, yeah, happy, healthy. I'm fully recovered. I even started trying to get back into running. So, yeah, that was really good. And I have to say, I was really impressed, I guess, by the amount of concern that the whole medical team showed after having that whole procedure. I think up until now, including at my like counting my follow-up appointments and stuff, I was probably asked about 15 times if I needed to speak to, or even if I or we needed to speak to anyone about what happened. Because, yeah, I guess for a lot of people it could feel quite, traumatic, or maybe some people even feel, like depressed or something about their body's not doing, what it should have done, on its own, or just missing the birth of your child. But no, I told them from the beginning that I think, I'm fine. Maybe it hasn't like settled in yet, but I said I think I'm fine. I kind of knew there was always a chance of a C-section, and I was just happy that he came in, and he was healthy. That was my main concern. I didn't really care about getting cut or something like that, although I never had a surgery before. So, yeah, that was quite an experience for me. But I had already kind of prepared myself for that possibility. It's just like everything was going so smooth up until that point that thought was almost out of my head that it would be a possibility, because, yeah, everything was going fine. And then, like bam, one of the checks I have, and then next thing you know, I don't know, 20 minutes later I'm like getting cut open. So yeah, that was my second birth experience here in the Netherlands, and yeah, they handled it quite well. They were really nice and supportive with all of my needs, and yeah, I don't have any complaints about that. So guys, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. And yeah, it was nice to finally share my birth experience, because I've only talked about it to like a few close friends and my mother. So now that time has gone by, it feels nice to like talk about it and get my whole experience, off my chest. So yeah, I hope I didn't scare anyone that may be pregnant right now, but it'll all be okay. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, yeah, please subscribe if you like my videos. It helps me, it's free, and you can see more content like this, but no birth videos in the future. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.